San Francisco 49ers took care of all of their NFC business in 2023, won the division, made it to the final dance.
George Kittle has got it, and the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl.
49ers empire, the lights aren't going out in the city or anything. Don't stop believing, right?
What's really going to determine who we are is how we respond to this.
The band is back for another run at it.
Why are you following me around? Is it because I'm cute?
And remember, it's a band that's defense was 3rd in points per game allowed, 8th in yards per game.
And he fumbled the ball.
Keep being sticky. Take away that first foot, I'm telling you.
A band that was 3rd in points per game on offense, 2nd in yards per game.
Debo can't be tackled.
He's crazy. I just tried to not get in his way.
Brock Purdy heads into his 3rd year, shined in year 2.
I was trying to do a juice celebration. He's like, no. I was like, what? He's like, that's going to be a meme.
BCB, 31 touchdowns, 3rd most, 11 INTs, a 113 rating, tops in the NFL.
Touchdown!
He has a first-team All-Pro at tight end.
I just got under Hutchinson and planted him.
George Kittle channeling his inner Trailer Park Boys energy into 1,020 yards and 6 TDs.
I'm a black eye.
I know I got punched in the face.
Wide receiver Brandon Ayuk, San Francisco's top target in 2023, over 1,300 yards, 7 scores.
Caught! You caught it out of the air.
You catch that?
Wideout Debo Samuel, close to 900 yards, 7 TDs.
Hey, oh man, hey,
Juwan Jennings' numbers, nothing special, but he fills gaps for them.
Juwan Jennings! Oh my goodness, Jennings with the grab.
Only so many slices of pizza to go around. Jennings may have even fewer slices to chow on. San Francisco drafted wide receiver Ricky Pearsall in the 1st round.
Michael Gallup was my comparison. Route polish, and one of the things when you watch him, he's so crisp when he gets to the top of his route. They appreciate that. This is the best catch anybody had all year long. You won't see a better catch than that one.
First-team All-Pro running back CMC, over 550 receiving yards.
Gardner Johnson gets stiff arm. McCaffrey breaks a tackle. Still fighting all the way down to the 5-yard line.
7 receiving touchdowns.
Wide open McCaffrey.
McCaffrey painted the end zone red 21 total times. He punched it in 14 times on the ground.
Squirts through and takes it all the way down to the goal line.
1,459 rushing yards, 5.4 yards per carry.
It is hard to get Jerry Rice out of the record book, but Christian McCaffrey just did it.
They even have a first-teamer at fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. He's the guy that's married to that jacket maker.
That was grimy as hell, but that was so fun.
It's an embarrassment of riches, and it extends to their offensive line. Left tackle Trent Williams made the cut, too.
You're the best ever.
He, center Jake Brendel, guards Aaron Banks and Spencer Burford, all had pressure rates allowed under their positional average.
Great job. Great job.
San Francisco only gave up 34 sacks, tied for 6th fewest.
Caught by Brandon Ayuk anyway.
Right tackle Colton McKivitz, the weak link on their line last year, for what it's worth. Can't ask much more from their offense. They're hoping for more of the same, and the same is true when you look at their defense, though the crew will be a little different this round.
Bosa!
Niners had a top 10 pass rush.
All over Daniel Jones.
Nick Bosa, only 10.5 sacks. Only.
Sack.
35 QB hits is a lot. He was still top shelf.
Bosa will sack him.
They didn't re-sign Chase Young. He had 7.5 QB takedowns overall last year. Went with Leonard Floyd, former Bill, 9 to 10 sacks a year, 4 seasons running.
And he will be sacked.
Changes to the middle, too. No more Eric Armstead at defensive tackle. 12 games last year, 5 bags. Taking his place, Malik Collins matched Armstead's 5 sacks, took 16 games to do it.
Fighting the whole way.
He'll pair with defensive tackle Javon Hargrave, impressed in his first year in San Francisco, 7 sacks from the inside.
This time it's Javon Hargrave.
They're hoping if Drake Jackson plays a full year, he could break out. 3 sacks in his 8 games a year ago.
Drake Jackson with those long arms, once he gets those hands on you, forget it.
49ers secondary fed off the heat, held quarterbacks to a sub-80 rating that was 4th lowest. 6.4 yards per attempt, that's 5th lowest.
Laporta took a big shot and did not hang on.
22 interceptions, no team had more.
Intercepted!
Again, they did that short-handed, too. Safety Talanoa Hufanga only got in 10 games. He's got upper management written all over him.
They're tipped and picked.
Tipped by Warner, picked by Hufanga.
Oh, so then Jair Brown, another rookie, steps in his place, 2 interceptions, holds his targets to a mid-70s rating.
And it is Jair Brown, one play after another.
The other starter at safety, Tashawn Gibson, wasn't retained, and he held quarterbacks to a low 50s rating, no touchdowns allowed.
Intercepted. Tashawn Gibson.
And then there's cornerback Charvarius Ward, probably should have been a first-teamer as well.
He just stole it from the kid Jordan Addison.
Shadowed WR1s game in and game out, 22 passes defensed, that's a fat number, 5 interceptions, held quarterbacks to a low 70s rate.
Livers in to the other team, it's Charvarius Ward.
His partner across the way, Diamador Lenore, 3 interceptions.
And Diamador Lenore just stepped in.
Parted ways with nickel cornerback Isaiah Oliver, picked up Renardo Green in the third to take his place.
He's got really quick feet, and he's an outstanding blitzer. Very feisty, very competitive. His size sometimes is someone who's 186 pounds. There are times he gets run over a little bit trying to get in there and make plays against the run.
And then there's those San Francisco linebackers.
We're going to hit these boys in the mouth.
Fred Warner, another 2023 first-teamer.
Time to turn up now.
132 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 4 interceptions.
It is caught.
11 passes defense.
Hey, you trying to go for that?
I'll wait on the like
Hey,
That's huge for a linebacker.
I'm greedy, boy. I'm greedy.
And finally, Dre Greenlaw, Mr. Death Eater, 120 tackles.
I don't even give a at the end of the day, if we stop there to do what we got to do, we're going to win this.
2 interceptions for big play Dre Greenlaw.
Will be coming off that torn Achilles. That really hurt them in that playoff game. Swapped out their third linebacker, out with Oren Burks, in with Devondre Campbell, 75 tackles, 11 games in Green Bay last year, is a triple-digit type when healthy.
I like Devondre Campbell. He really takes a lot off of Quay Walker's plate.
They were happy with what they saw from kicker Jake Moody in general. The rookie, 21 of 25 in his first go-around in the NFL.
Good job, kid.
So the broad overview: Purdy, CMC, he inked a 2-year extension in the offseason. Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, Juszczyk, all back in the fold. The rookie Pearsall, the only new guy, he'll bogart some of Jennings' targets for sure. O-line, 1 change at guard. John Feliciano will take over. Wasn't as good in his fill-in work, so that's a downgrade, though should have minimal impact. Defensive side of the coin, couple changes up front. Warner, Greenlaw back at linebacker, though hard to say when Dre makes his return. Devondre Campbell for Oren Burks, a push with upgrade potential. On the back end, stuffed. Ward, Hufanga, Brown, Lenore, all back. Green slots in for Oliver, will push that. Same deal at safety. Gibson played great for them, but Hufanga returns and Brown looked great. Based on the fact only 3 teams have 11.5 over-unders, San Francisco doesn't have too many teams on their slate with their kind of expectations.
There's like a low buzz. There's a calmness to this right now.
Let's start with their worst case. Give them an opening win at home versus A-Rod. They expect to beat Minnesota in week 2 on the road. Pats at home, still a gimme. Cardinals at home is still a win. Give them a win over Tampa Bay on the road. Take care of Seattle at home. Maybe win in Miami, Vader takes Skywalker kind of thing. Bears and Rams also visit the Bay, and for good measure, they can sweep Arizona. 10-7 for their floor. It would be a major drop-off, obviously, but you saw it. Their schedule is stacked with good teams.
We all we got, and we all need. Let's go get it.
But let's go ceiling with them now, right? Only Kansas City is their equal. So sweep Seattle, beat Dallas at home, because that's a thing. They go on the road to beat Green Bay. Take Detroit back at home week 17. That's a nice 14-win peak. No way around it. This squad could push that too.
This is what we do. All right, let's just go do it.
Game preview guy guesstimate. I think it's their year to flex. 14-3 and hitting the bowl again. The Super One, people.
Let's do it. Let's do it.